So it's 2020. You've created your vision board. You're absolutely excited about what 2020 has to offer, and all your goals and dreams are ahead of you, and you feel like the future is bright. Okay, now what? Do you have a plan of action? Do you know how you're going to get there? And what are you going to do to keep yourself accountable to make sure that you accomplish these goals? For that reason, I'm going to tell you what my 2020 visions are, so I can hold myself accountable for the things and the goals that I have this year. And not only that, hopefully it will inspire you. Some of the goals that I mentioned might be something you want to add on your vision, your goals for 2020. Alright guys, so I'm going straight to the point, and I'm going to give you guys all my vision ideas for 2020 that I'm willing to share with you guys that will also help keep me accountable for these goals. Number one goal that I have this year is making sure that I'm intentional about time. And I don't know if any of you guys have this issue, but I do have an issue with time. And it doesn't help the fact that I'm known to be late. Which makes it a little bit easier to just show up late because everyone is already expecting for me to be late, and that's a bad thing. In 2020, I would like to change that. I want to actually show up to work, to events, to wherever I'm supposed to be on time, if not early, at least 30 minutes early. I'm really pushing it with the 30 minutes early part, but I'm just gonna put that goal out there to be 30 minutes early to all events and work and everything that requires my attention. All right, number two is a hard one for me. I mean, really hard for me. And that's increasing my social footprint. And I am so much into relaxation, private time, peace, and minimalism as much as possible when it comes to social media. But I also realize that if I want to increase my brand and raise awareness about minimalism and living a more intentional life that's going to improve the way you live, I need to be more socially out there so that you guys, one, can have access to more knowledge about the thoughts and the things that I have on these topics, and also getting to know you guys more and finding out what are some of the things that you guys would like to see more on my channel that would actually help you improve your life, if there's any way. I do have an Instagram. If you don't already know what my Instagram is, it's She Dynamic, or The She Dynamic on Instagram. I also have a Pinterest, which I'm active on there, and it's She Dynamic, be able to interact with you guys more often. So again, if you guys want to follow me on my other social media platforms, I'm on Pinterest at She Dynamic, and I'm also on Instagram at The She Dynamic. And I do plan on hopefully in 2020, sometime in the near future, in the next couple of months, hopefully get a podcast so we can really go deep diving into some women conversation, some girl talk. This year I actually already have a website, but it's under construction. I just want to make sure I fine-tune some things so that way I can have some of my videos already posted on some of the website, and not only that, have some blog information that goes in a little bit more detail sometimes on the topics that I cover, because I know a lot of times with YouTube videos I can be really chatty and some people just don't have time for the video. So I figured if you're a reader, a blog post would definitely be your thing. And of course the blog post will be coming soon, and I will announce it hopefully before February or by the end of February, once it's all done and it's done to my liking, what it is, so that you guys can start checking out some of my blogs. Goal number 3. This is also a hard one because I'm really throwing it out there and might seem outlandish, which it is, but you know what, anything is possible, and I don't want to limit myself when it comes to goals based off what I think I can see, you know, in front of me, what seems attainable. I also want to put out goals out there that seem even unattainable, so that way I can push myself a little bit more. And my third goal for 2020 is to increase my following on YouTube and increase my subscribers. I would love to get to at least 50,000 followers before the year end. And if you have not already subscribed yet, girl, subscribe. Hit the notification button. If you're into women empowerment and learning how to live a more intentional life and minimalism, decluttering, DIY, home decor, my channel is the place to be. Of course, I'm a new YouTuber. I'm slowly growing and learning new things, but I would love for you to grow with me. If that's something you want to do, hit subscribe and press the notification bell so that way you know when my next video is posted, so we can grow together. And not only that, I would love for you guys to comment on my videos more, so that way I can also have an idea of what kind of videos you want to see. And not only that, in 2020 I would love to increase my video quality, and I also want to improve the content that I put out there, or put out a little bit more content at a more frequent pace or a more steady pace. Right now I'm posting once a week, but I would love to have a more structured schedule, exactly what day of the week that I'm posting. I haven't quite figured out what days I prefer to post most, but if you have any idea exactly what days you'll be on YouTube each week that you would prefer me to post on that day, let me know. It's definitely something I can look into and maybe kind of help me make the decision better. My fourth goal for 2020 is that I definitely want to increase my self-care regimen. Every year I find myself adding self-care on my vision board and also adding it to my goals each year. And you know what? It's okay. A lot of times you might think that, you know what, because I'm carrying something over from the previous year means that I didn't do anything in that category. Doesn't necessarily mean that's the case. You could just be wanting to create a consistent habit that's going to motivate you to keep at it. And with self-care, there's always room to improve. At the end of the day, if you're not taking care of yourself emotionally, physically, and spiritually, well, guess what? You're not going to have what it takes to be able to propel you into these goals that you're trying to set for yourself. So definitely self-care should be at least number 2, if not number 1 on your list of things you need to have on your goals for 2020. 2019, my goal was to eat healthier, and I definitely accomplished that, and I'm so proud of myself for accomplishing that. But I want to make sure that I stay consistent this year and that I don't drift off and just start going back to my old ways and eating more junk. I just want to make sure I don't slip back and I stay consistent this year with my eating habits. And also I want to get a little more fit this year. I want to tone up more. I don't know if I need to do a challenge, whatever it is. I want to get a little more toned, a little more lean. I also want to make sure that I pamper myself more this year. Last year it was my goal to pamper myself, but I did that, but I didn't do it consistently. So I would do my nails, but then I would go months and not do my nails. And it doesn't necessarily mean that I have to go to the salon or the nail salon to go do my nails. Just simply taking time out to polish my nails. I love when my nails are polished. I think it's super girly, and I love the girly stuff, but sometimes I just don't make time to do girly things. And I want to pamper myself. The 5th goal I have for 2020 is definitely spiritual. There's no way I can have a goal each year and not have the spiritual aspect on my goal, on my vision board. It's just not possible for me. I have to have something to lean on spiritually and take care of my spiritual health. And this year, like self-care, it carries over every year because there's always room for improvement. And I would definitely like to do more devotionals, have a little more structure on when I will do my devotionals, instead of just saying, okay, I'm going to do a devotional and being random with it. Well, one week I'm doing it, the next week I'm not doing it, or I'm doing it at 12 o'clock but not doing it on 12 o'clock tomorrow. I need structure, and I feel like I'm all over the place when it comes to my spiritual life. it's there, but it's all over the place. It's whenever I can, and I don't think it should be that way. I think you should devote time for your spiritual health just as much as you devote time to go to work, take care of yourself, take a shower. It should be the same. You should be able to have some kind of structure around your spiritual health. And I definitely want to do more devotions. I definitely want to do more Bible reading and more Bible studies and more prayers, more praise and worship, things that are going to uplift me, especially during the times when I'm not feeling like I want to do anything. Which we will have those moments where we just want to be lazy, or we just have those moments where we're just not feeling ourselves. So creating a structure, creating a system, a support system, and having something set out for you when you're not at your best is definitely something you should have for your vision board or your 2020 goals.